Christians, in Judges chapter 16, verses 6 through 20, we have the story of Samson and Delilah. And in this part of the story, Delilah, working for the Philistines, is trying to find ways to discover the weaknesses that Samson has that will enable the Philistines to subdue him and stop being a nuisance to them. So on 3 occasions, she asked Samson for the source of his strength. And on those three occasions, he lied to her about what they were. And in all 3 instances, the Philistines tried to subdue him based on the information she gave. But it was wrong, and he could not be subdued. But ultimately, because of her feminine wiles got the better of him, he eventually told her the source of his strength, which was to cut off his hair, which also was not the truth. But he did lose his strength, and he was eventually subdued when they cut off his hair. But the lesson that I want to point out here is the fact that she was not from the tribe of any of the tribes of Israel. She was outside of the household of faith, basically. She wasn't part of his family, which he should be equally yoked to. And very often, and most often and not, even Christians today, when they want to be affiliated with the ungodly, as most of them often do, they refuse to tell people about their faith in God. They don't want to admit to people that they love Christ and that he's the source of all their blessings. Instead, they attribute it to working hard, to getting up early, to being lucky, to having the right people around them. Everything except for the fact that the source for all their strength and blessing in this life comes from Christ. They rather hide that because they don't want to be ostracized from the ungodly people that they want to be associated with. Christians, how many times have you avoided talking about Christ when you knew the impulse in your heart was driving you to mention it to people that you know aren't godly people, but you did not want to lose those affiliations? This is what Samson did in his relationship with Delilah. He loved being with her, or wanting to be with her, and the prospect of being with her more than he loved the fact that God was with him. So when she revealed to the Philistines about his hair, they cut his hair and his strength went away. And he never got his strength back until he called out to the Lord God. And we find that the strength of God was perfected in Samson's weakness, not his strength.